Welcome back to Top Liberty Coins, your trusted destination for everything about rare coins, valuable cents, and hidden treasures from the past. Today, we are exploring one of the most mysterious and fascinating coins in American history, the 1964 Lincoln penny, a small piece of copper that could be worth up to $787.99 or even more, depending on its condition, mint mark, and rarity. So sit back, relax, and join me as we uncover the incredible story, value, and secrets behind this legendary coin. The origin of the Lincoln PNNY. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It replaced the Indian head cent, and for the first time, an actual U.S. president appeared on a circulating American coin. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, and it quickly became one of the most beloved coins in U.S. history. The famous wheat ears on the back symbolized prosperity and growth, and Lincoln's portrait on the front became a national icon. The 1964 penny, a year of change. Now, let's move to the year 1964, a turning point in U.S. coinage history. This year marked a massive shift in coin production due to a shortage of silver and copper. Millions of pennies were minted, but a few special ones stood out. These unique 1964 pennies were struck with high-quality metal or had minting errors that made them rare and valuable today. Design details. Know your Suan. The 1964 Lincoln penny features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side, facing right, with the word Liberty and the year 1964. Above Lincoln's head, we see the motto, "In God We Trust." On the reverse, it still showed the wheat ears design for collectors, but note that by 1959, the wheat design had been replaced with the Lincoln Memorial. So, 1964 pennies feature the Lincoln Memorial reverse, which is an important clue to its era and value. The composition, pure copper value. Unlike modern pennies made mostly of zinc, the 1964 Lincoln cent was made from 95% copper and 5% zinc. This composition gives it not only historical weight but also intrinsic metal value. Even as scrap, it's worth more than 1 cent. But collectors value it for far more than its metal content. The mint mark MYSTRY. The 1964 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, with a D mint mark. Some collectors claim to have seen rare variations like proof-like coins, double die errors, and missing mint marks on Denver coins, which makes them highly valuable today. Always check under Lincoln's shoulder for the mint mark. That tiny letter can make a huge difference. Error coins. The secret $1 million Pennies. Now, here's where things get exciting. Certain error coins from 1964 can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Look out for these double die obverse Lincoln's features or letters doubled, center strikes, when part of the design is missing, die cracks or cuds, raised metal lines or blobs, clipped planchets, small missing pieces on the edge. Each of these errors tells a story, and collectors are willing to pay big money for unique examples. Market value. Today, the regular 1964 penny may only be worth a few cents in circulated condition, but in uncirculated mint state, MS 65 or higher, prices climb dramatically. As of recent market trends, top-graded coins can sell between $100 and $787.99, depending on rarity, minting quality, and historical appeal. Proof coins from special mint sets are even higher in value. How to check your 1964 penny value. If you have a 1964 penny at home, don't rush to spend it. Here's what to do. Examine the mint mark. Is it D or no mark? Check for errors. Look closely with a magnifier. Grade the coin. Higher grade equals higher price. Compare market listings. Check sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or PCGS. You might be holding a small fortune in your hand. The historical importance of 1964 wasn't just a coin year, it was a year of change in America. It marked the final era before major coin composition changes in the U.S. Mint. This is why 1964 Lincoln cents hold sentimental and historical value. They represent the end of the true copper age in U.S. pennies. Why collectors love the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent is more than just money, it's a piece of American history. Collectors love it for its design, simplicity, and the emotional connection to Abraham Lincoln. Many start their numismatic journey with pennies, small coins that tell big stories. How to store and protect your pennies. To keep your valuable 1964 penny safe, use acid-free holders or plastic flips. Never clean your coins. cleaning can destroy value. Store in a cool, dry place away from humidity. Condition is everything in coin collecting. Future value and investment. POTNTAL experts believe that the value of high-grade 1964 pennies will continue to rise. As more collectors enter the market and the supply of pristine coins decreases, demand will skyrocket. Investing in well-preserved Lincoln cents today could be a smart long-term move for any coin enthusiast. Over 2.6 billion 1964 pennies were produced. Yet rare varieties still exist. Some were accidentally struck on silver or foreign planchets. A few error coins have sold for over $10,000 in private auctions. Keep your eyes open, the next big find could be in your pocket change. Conclusion and subscribe MESSAG. So there you have it, the full journey of the 1964 Lincoln penny, from its humble copper beginnings to its legendary collector status worth up to $787.99 or even more in rare cases. This small coin tells a big story about America's history, economy, and craftsmanship. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Top Liberty Coins for more exciting videos about rare coins, hidden treasures, and valuable collectibles. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a new episode, because your next penny could be a rare fortune. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about modern pennies, the 1983 Lincoln cent. You might think it's just a 1-cent coin, but what if I told you that some of these can be worth hundreds of dollars, even up to $787.98 or more depending on condition, rarity, and mint errors? So grab your coin jars, your magnifying glass, and let's uncover the secret behind this incredible coin. The story behind the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln cent has a history that stretches back over a century. First minted in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, it replaced the Indian head cent and quickly became one of the most collected coins in American history. The coin has seen many design and composition changes, but every shift tells a story about America itself, its economy, its people, and its pride. What makes the 1983 SPCAL so what's so special about the 1983 Lincoln cent? The D stands for Denver Mint, where millions of these coins were struck. 1983 was a transition year, the first full year that pennies were made with copper-plated zinc instead of solid copper. Because of this change, many strange and valuable minting errors occurred, making the 1983 coin a fascinating target for collectors. The big change: copper to zinc. Before 1982, U.S. pennies were made of 95% copper. But due to rising metal prices, the U.S. Mint switched to a 97.5% zinc core with a thin copper coating starting mid-1982. However, because 1983 was still early in this new process, mistakes happened. Some 1983 cents, including certain Denver Mint coins, were accidentally struck on old copper planchets, which are now extremely valuable. Identifying a 1983 Lincoln penny. Here's how to recognize your 1983 On the front, you'll see Abraham Lincoln's portrait facing right, with the word Liberty on his left and the date 1983 with a small D mint mark below it. The reverse side features the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, along with the inscriptions United States of America, E pluribus unum, and 1 cent. At first glance, it looks ordinary, but the details, composition, and errors make all the difference. Collectors hunt for special versions of the 1983 including double die reverse, where the lettering on the reverse shows doubling, especially on 1 cent and E pluribus unum. Copper planchet errors: coins accidentally struck on 95% copper planchets instead of zinc, center strikes, clipped planchets, and die breaks, all adding collector value. Each error tells a story of the minting process, and can turn a single cent into a $100 treasure. The copper planchet MYSTRY. The copper 1983 penny is one of the most famous modern minting mysteries. Experts believe that leftover copper blanks from 1982 were mixed in accidentally with 1983 zinc planchets. These copper versions weigh around 3.11 grams, compared to 2.5 grams for the normal zinc pennies. So if you own a scale, weigh your 1983 penny. If it's heavier than 2.5 grams, you might be holding a coin worth hundreds, even thousands. Market value and WRTH. Now, let's talk about the current market value. A regular 1983 zinc cent in circulated condition is still worth 1 cent, maybe a few cents to collectors, but a mint state MS-65 or higher coin can sell for $5 to $15. The real stars, though, are error coins that a verified 1983 D copper planchet penny once sold for over $787.98, and others have reached over $1,000 in top grades. Collectors and investors pay big money for these rare finds. How to test your cointesting is easy. Weigh the coin on a precise digital scale. Check for doubling on letters and numbers using a magnifying glass or coin microscope. Compare mint luster and surface color. If you suspect it's rare, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Certification can confirm authenticity and boost its market value instantly. Part 10. Grading and CONDATION. The grade of your coin plays a major role in its value, from good, G4, to mint state, MS-70. Each level adds significant worth. A coin with strong luster, no scratches, and full details can multiply in price. Even small improvements in grade can mean the difference between $20 and $700. Auction records in several major coin auctions. 1983 D errors have drawn surprising bids. Collectors love this date because it's modern, yet mysterious. One certified copper planchet penny sold for nearly $800, and another double die reverse fetched over $500. These coins are still rising in popularity, and prices continue climbing in 2025. Why collectors love the 1983 D. Collectors see the 1983 D as the perfect mix of history, rarity, and modern intrigue. It represents a major turning point in U.S. coinage and carries that hidden treasure, excitement. Even beginners can join the hunt, because millions of 1983 D pennies are still out there, waiting to be discovered. How to store and protect your COINS. If you find a potentially rare coin, never clean it. Store it in a protective holder, 2x2 cardboard flip, or airtight capsule. Keep it away from moisture and extreme temperatures. Proper storage preserves its natural color, luster, and grading potential. Investment and future value. The coin market is always evolving. As more collectors realize the rarity of early zinc-era errors, prices for 1983 D varieties could soar even higher. A coin worth $787.98 today could easily cross $1,000 in the next few years. Smart collectors keep their rare finds long-term, because the future value could be huge. Conclusion and call to action. So, what are you waiting for? Check your old coin jars, piggy banks, or change drawers, because that ordinary 1983 D penny might be hiding a small fortune. Remember, not every penny is just a penny. If you enjoyed learning about rare coins and their hidden stories, hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell for more amazing coin videos from Top Liberty Coins. Join our growing community of coin hunters, collectors, and history lovers. Who knows, your next coin could change your life. Today, we're diving deep into Top Liberty Coin. Of the most fascinating modern coins, the 2008 Lincoln Cent, a small piece of copper and zinc that carries more American history, design detail, and collector value than most people realize. If you think the Lincoln penny in your pocket is worth only 1 cent, think again, because some of these coins can be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars in today's coin market. Stay with me till the very end. We're breaking this story into 15 powerful parts, covering everything from history to hidden errors, from mint marks to market value. Let's begin. The birth of the Lincoln penny. In 1909, America celebrated 100 years since the birth of President Abraham Lincoln, the man who led the nation through the Civil War and ended slavery. To honor him, the U.S. Mint released the first ever coin featuring a real person. The Lincoln Cent. This design by Victor David Brenner replaced the Indian head cent, marking a new era in U.S. coinage. The obverse featured Lincoln's bust, while the reverse had 2 wheat ears, giving us the beloved wheat penny. The evolution of the design. From 1909 to 1958, we had the wheat ears reverse, then came the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959, created by Frank Gasparo, celebrating Lincoln's legacy in architecture. Fast forward to 2008, this design had been used for nearly 50 years and was about to end, making 2008 the final year of the Lincoln Memorial reverse before the 2009 bicentennial designs. That's why 2008 cents hold historical importance. They're the last of an era. The 2008 Lincoln penny design details the 2008 penny features Lincoln's portrait on the front, the word Liberty to the left, the date 2008 to the right, the mint mark below the date, D for Denver, P for Philadelphia, or S for San Francisco, on the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial, with the words United States of America and E pluribus unum. Every detail matters to collectors. From the shine to the strike, metal composition. Unlike older pennies made of pure copper, the 2008 Lincoln cent is mostly zinc with a thin copper coating, only 2.5% copper and 97.5% zinc. This composition began in 1982 due to rising copper prices. Even though the coin is lightweight, some rare 2008 coins were accidentally struck on older copper planchets, making them extremely valuable. Mint marks and their meaning. The 2008 pennies were struck at Philadelphia. No mint mark. Denver D. San Francisco S for proof coins. Each mint has different rarity and strike quality. The 2008 S proof cent, made for collectors, has mirror-like surfaces and sharp details. These coins can be worth up to $50 to $100 in top-grade proof condition. Rare errors and varieties. Now here's where things get exciting. Collectors search for error coins, minting mistakes that make a coin unique. For 2008, look for double die obverse, doubling on the words Liberty or in God we trust. Center strikes. Clipped planchets. Wrong planchet errors like being struck on a dime planchet. Some 2008 D or 2008 P error cents have sold for over $700 or more depending on the rarity and condition. 2008 penny market value. So what's your 2008 penny worth? Most circulation coins are worth 1 to 5 cents, but uncirculated or high-grade coins MS67 or higher can be worth from $25 to $100 or more. Error coins, as mentioned, can jump to hundreds of dollars, and proof coins can bring strong prices on auction platforms like eBay or heritage auctions. Some collectors have sold 2008 error coins for up to $787.97 or more, depending on demand and certification by PCGS or NGC. Why 2008 is historically important. The year 2008 marks the end of the Lincoln Memorial Reverse, a design that defined half a century of American coinage. In 2009, the Mint introduced 4 new reverse designs celebrating Lincoln's life. 2008 pennies are like the final chapter of a 50-year story. How to identify a valuable coin. Collectors always check for mint mark location, doubling or misprints. Condition: no scratches, strong luster. Strike quality: clear details on Lincoln's coat, beard, and lettering. Weight: 3.11 g copper planchet versus 2.5 g zinc planchet. If your 2008 penny weighs around 3.1 grams, it could be struck on a rare copper planchet, worth hundreds or even thousands. Coin grading and certification. To unlock real market value, coins should be graded by professional companies like NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company. A 2008 Lincoln cent graded MS69 red could easily cross the $500 to $800 range, depending on market demand. Certification adds authenticity and protects your investment. Collecting tips for beginners. If you're new to coin collecting, always handle coins by the edges. Store them in coin flips or holders. Avoid cleaning coins, it destroys their value. Use a magnifier to find small details. Coin collecting is not just a hobby, it's a form of historical preservation. Hidden treasures in pocket change. Believe it or not, valuable 2008 pennies still show up in circulation. People often spend them unknowingly. Always check your coins, especially if they look slightly different in color, shape, or design. A single penny could be worth hundreds of dollars if it's an error coin. Auction records and real sales. Recently, certified high-grade 2008 D and 2008 P pennies sold for $1.25 for MS68 red, $787.97 for major error coins, $2.50 for rare proof. Strikes prices fluctuate based on collector demand, metal markets, and grading. The legacy of the Lincoln penny. From 1909 to today, the Lincoln penny remains the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. It tells a story of change, endurance, and patriotism. The 2008 version represents the bridge between the classic memorial and the modern bicentennial era. That's what makes it special, not just for its potential value, but for its symbolic history. Final thoughts. Top Liberty CONSO. Next time you find a 2008 Lincoln penny, look closer. You might be holding a piece of hidden treasure worth hundreds of dollars. Every coin has a story, and every collector is part of preserving that story. Here at Top Liberty Coins, we bring you the truth, history, and secrets of American coins. From 1-cent wonders to legendary rarities. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more rare coin updates, market value reports, and discovery stories every week, because at Top Liberty Coins, every coin has liberty, and every penny has a story to tell. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay collecting, and keep your coins shining.